Hello, my name is Katie, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today I will be setting up my bullet journal for December. I am a senior in college studying music and have found the bullet journal system to be very useful. The first thing I like to do is use some washi tape. I designate a piece for each month, and this is for a bookmark, and that will help me find the month. I picked this washi tape because it reminds me of Christmas flannel, which goes along with the theme. This month I chose Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Right now, I am setting up the monthly spread. It is very simple. It is similar to, if not the same as, the Rider Carol system. It's so much easier than making a full calendar like you see in most planners. Here I couldn't decide which shade of green I wanted to use for the Christmas trees, so I am testing some Tombow dual brush pens, and underneath I wrote the numbers. I ended up going with 346 for one of them, and then I realized it was too dark, and I actually went with a shade of green by the brand King Art. It's the same concept, it's a dual brush pen, but it's not a Tombow, and I just thought it looked better. I'm using a Micron in the size 03 to do all of my outlines. I decided to include the trees on this page to help extend the North Pole scene that you'll see on my cover page. I put a paper towel down because I decided to use watercolors for the first time in my journal. This paper is, I believe, 100 or 120 GSM paper, so it handles a little bit of watercolor. Perfect for a quick little bit of the sky, which actually is more of a green color than it is blue. And I chose this scene with Sam the Snowman instead, because this is where he's singing Silver and Gold, and it's one of my favorites from the movie, and I just thought it would make a perfect cover page, especially since I'm a musician and he's singing and playing an instrument in this scene. So I picked that, and it turned out really nicely. Actually, I was very happy with that, with the way it turned out and everything. And that white, at first I wanted to include his time watch or pocket watch that he has, and I kind of used a white gel pen and made a little blob, and I thought it looked terrible, and then, as you'll see in a second, I went in with the same Micron, and I was able to fix it, and it actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And there it is. I was able, you might not be able to tell, but I added in little clock hands and everything, and then I almost turned the page, And then I was like, wait, silver and gold. So I went in with silver and gold gel pens, metallic gel pens, and if you're in the right light, you can kind of see them and they look really cool. So you can tell silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. I haven't done a cover photo since August, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. So then I always like to include some form of brain dump page. I don't like to title them brain dump, so I just kind of call it a notes page. And then I decided to put in two important characters, Hermie and Rudolph, the misfits, at the bottom, just to add a little Rudolph theme. And then I just kind of do a border. This is one of the more simpler pages. Adding the doodles makes it a little bit more, but usually I just outline it. And then I decided to use the Happy Planner stickers to remember to pay some bills that I have every month. And usually I just go across and pick colors, but I decided to go with the Christmas theme. You'll see more pictures throughout. I kind of got sick of doodling. I usually don't do this much doodling and stuff. Usually my spreads are more minimalistic, but I decided because it's Christmas, it's the time to do that. And this is just my expense tracker. I break it up into general expenses, TJ Maxx expenses, home goods, all that, and then Amazon. And it's just a simple log. And then next is my habit tracker and mood tracker. I started doing this back in September and I really liked it. I stopped doing habit trackers and stuff like that for a while just because I felt like they were a lot to do, and I decided that it was time for them to come back and track exercise, vitamins, time block, blog, Planoli, no Starbucks, no takeout, no spending. And then mood, I just do a quick, excellent to terrible day. And then when I'm sick and when I get my period. So this is just a general Christmas spread. This Christmas is going to be very different. And since we're going to be home probably a lot more, I wanted to plan some activities and take charge of making the food and everything, and just having a place to track that. And now we're moving on to my first weekly spread. I usually am not this elaborate with weekly spreads. During the semester, I just do the rolling weekly, which you'll see on half the page on the right. But I decided that since the semester is coming to an end, I really like on my breaks having a weekly spread. And so there's a section for events, for meal planning, and for exercise. And then on the right, I really like this. These boxes are kind of I borrowed from Amanda Rach Lee. She incorporates them into her weekly spread. And so I have one for blog and YouTube for projects, and cleaning and organization. I brought home a lot of stuff that needs to be organized from my apartment. And then at the bottom, there's that rolling weekly. Since the semester is coming to an end, I don't really need a lot. And the big thing though is my dailies. So here I'm being a little extra with my dailies. Usually I just put the day of the week and the date, but I decided to include a top 5. And now for the final flip through. Alright, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.